All right, well, in an earlier video, you 4 fabulous subscribers already met my other dog, Jada. This is the older one. Her name's Ellie.
My favorite.
She hates being picked up, and she's hating everything about this right now. She's like 80-some pounds. She's kind of hefty, but we love her anyways. Oh. I'm sorry. All right, well, you go first.
So today's video is just some quick quoting tips. We want to talk about quoting in time versus square footage. So we see a lot, people are asking like, how much do you charge per square foot for concrete in like Midwest Florida or like all that, but we just prefer to quote by time versus square foot because time is actually going to give you a true representation of your labor that you put into it. So just picture like a 2,000 square foot box, 2-story vinyl house versus a 2,000 square foot ranch with a walkout basement with 16 pieces of patio furniture, 26 security cameras. Obviously that's going to be more time than a simple vinyl box house.
Who has 26 security cameras?
You don't know. But
you get the point.
That's the whole point. If you know how much money you want to make per hour on a house wash, and then this is going to take a little bit of practice, so maybe not your first couple jobs, but if you have a whole season under your belt, you'll get pretty comfortable with it. You can just start to picture like, hey, this house wash is going to take an hour and a half to an hour 45, and I want to make X amount, so you can kind of back out what your actual price is really, really quickly. We don't have to measure square footage. We don't have to get the tape measure out, do Google Earth, any of that.
Right. So we've had a few on both sides of this, right? We always do time. We've had a few that have bitten us in the butt where we're like, oh, we should have charged a crap ton more. Worst thing that comes out of that, like Dylan always says, we have a customer for life. They got a heck of a deal.
Yep.
Flip side of that is, wow, we just charged way too much for this job. The customer's still happy, and we made a very good hourly rate. So not many bad things come of doing it time-wise. The other thing, do you want to make another debut? You can come up here. Anywho. The other thing, we've touched on this in an earlier video, is quoting in person versus over the phone. This kind of goes back to, do you want to win the job or not? I know a lot of companies operate on efficiency, and it is very efficient just to do everything from your phone, send them a quote from your phone, never talk to them, never even have a phone call with them. You can do it that way, but we have found we close more jobs. We get better reputation, we get better, clients even if we go in person. So we try to make it a point to go, if it's within like a 10 to 15 minute driving distance from one of our offices, we're gonna go quote it in person. If it's a higher ticket job, even if it's a further drive, we're gonna go quote it in person.
Yep.
The only time we will do it strictly over the phone is if it's our minimum ticket job. It's 30 minutes away. It's not really worth either of our time to spend 1 hour of driving to try to win a job that we would charge 1 hour worth of work for.
I think a lot of like smaller driveways fall into this too, like maybe 1,200 square foot. Like that's just not really worth going and seeing the job site unless you're concerned about maybe new concrete. But I mean, really nothing's going to change with a flat work, just standard 2-car garage driveway.
And a lot of that can be taken care of too with some disclaimers on your estimates, right? So if you're new to the industry, right, you're probably going to be asking a lot of questions. The age, are there any stains, what all this includes to clean. You can kind of make up for all those questions just by adding a notes or a disclaimer section on all of your estimates.
Just to give you guys a quick example where this did bite us one time. Last year, I probably drove 15 minutes, tried to ring the doorbell, person wasn't home. So I took pictures, I sent them a quote, I did a nice kind of little write-up with pictures talking about the rust that they were specifically concerned about, how we're going to get that off for them. And guy texts us back, I think the very next day, he's like, hey man, he's like, this other guy came out and he was really nice, so we're going to go with him. And, didn't care where we were at with price, didn't care that I, took pictures and put in extra effort to try to explain some of the process. Did not matter. He just picked the nice guy. So.
Which if you would have met Dylan, he still would have picked the other guy anyways, so it's probably a blessing in disguise, but.
I closed like 90%.
All right, well, Hopefully by the time we upload this, we have like 5 subscribers. So if any of you 5 people have any questions, you can drop them in the comments. If you want to know more about my dogs, I'd be happy to do a video on the dogs only, because that would make my day.
Thanks for watching.